Hello, world. It's your boy G Pop coming in on G Pappy Sports, and I'm here with it, coming off the Instagram TV, and the YouTube. I'm here to come out with little videos tonight. Today, I'm here to talk about a little football. Starting off with them Pittsburgh Steelers. A lot of y'all folks had Pittsburgh going somewhere. I was never on the mindset of them going anywhere. As you can see, I had them on the first round exit on December 20th, 2020, when they lost to the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm gonna put the little Snapchat right there, let you know that's how I've been feeling about the Pittsburgh Steelers for half the season. When y'all start giving them all that hype, and when you really look at the team, it wasn't all that. It was just a lot of little splurt, a little youth, and a lot of a little zazah. With Chase Claypool and Deontay Johnson and Juju and them boys. But the real problem with Pittsburgh was, and it shows today, it showed last week, and it showed throughout the season. There is no leadership on the team whatsoever, other than Mike Tomlin. And even though Mike Tomlin need to get the veterans and some leadership going, because Juju, he's a little too young, maybe playing Fortnite too much. I don't know. But I seen Chase Claypool get on Instagram Live, and he was saying that, the Browns this, that's why they're going to lose next week. Now, I'm not a professional athlete, but, that sounds like some kid stuff from middle school, high school. Yeah, y'all beat us. Y'all just going to lose next week. I don't think that's how competition works, but, I could be wrong. I don't know. But on that end, there's no leadership, in my opinion, for them. No O-line. O-line is old. They addressed that today on ESPN. When you don't have an O-line, your running backs can't run. It's not like they don't have running backs, because I don't watch a few of these running backs in college, and they can run. Not saying you can run in college, you can run in pro, but they don't have no scrub backs. They got good backs, so they need to address the offensive line issue and as well as the scheme of the offense. And which goes to the last thing, which boils everything all up together. Big Ben, I don't know if he needs to go, if he need to become the backup, retire, but I haven't been sold on Big Ben the last 2-3 years. There's a lot of quarterbacks out here in the league that's a little old. It's really messing up these teams that have younger players, and then the game is just, you got to be mobile. As you can see, Big Ben is not mobile as he once was. And he takes a lot of hits, and then he's still throwing them turnovers. He had 4 touchdowns, but also had 4 picks. But also threw for 500 yards. But the key thing that I seen, he threw the ball 68 times. But the reason why you throw the ball 68 times is when you're down 28-0, you ain't got no choice but to throw the ball, because your run game is non-existent, and you can't run the ball when you're down 28-0. So that's all the problems I put up with there with Pittsburgh. So with that being said, they need to move on to address the quarterback position, get some leadership in there. I like Justin Fields, maybe Trey Nance, I believe. Or, some other couple quarterbacks out there they can probably go and find. But I think that's the big issue. They have to address the future of the Pittsburgh quarterback. Who is going to be the next up? Big Ben been doing it since I was in middle school, elementary. So, somebody got to be next up in line. So, with that being said, on to the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns are like the opposite of Pittsburgh. They actually have leadership. They started off rocky within the last year and a half. I don't know if you've been watching G Pappy Sports for a good little bit, but since I've been on Hits 92.3, I remember last year I said the Cleveland Browns was going to win the division, 11-5. I got laughed at. They had an awful year. Now you fast forward a year and a half later, 2021. Hey, they in the second round of the playoffs, and it's looking good. So with that being said, I think they got a chance against Kansas City. Now, I ain't saying they're going to beat Kansas City yet. I still haven't made my decision to where I'm going to go with this yet. But what I'm saying is, you got Nick Chubb, you got Kareem Hunt, got Jarvis Landry, you got Baker Mayfield playing the best football of his life. Now, I ain't saying they can outscore Kansas City, but I think they can keep up with them. I ain't saying, neck to neck, maybe, but you just seen them drop 45 points on Pittsburgh. You done seen them drop 45 a couple of times this season. So I think when the game comes, it's going to be a shootout. And the difference between uh I done lost my thought. The Cleveland Browns and the Kansas City, because ain't nothing too much to say about Kansas City. You already know how Kansas City rocking. They gonna have you winning every game, but Pat Mahomes gonna get you out of every game. Now, with that being said, Miles Garrett can be the key to this game. If Miles Garrett can wreak havoc and get to Patrick Mahomes and disrupt all that, they gonna have a chance. But other than that, I don't know. But I'm gonna have my more analysis on the game later this week. It's just a little outlier. Now the little next topic I'm gonna go on to is a little sleeper team, because I told y'all folks the Rams was gonna beat the Seattle Seahawks. I like Russell Wilson, but like I said in a video a couple of days ago, he need an offensive coordinator. He need an offensive guru. He can't be out there doing it all by himself. And then they was relying too much on Metcalf, because Metcalf is just a stud receiver. So sometimes you get stuck in that mindset. I'm just gonna keep feeding him and lock it, and not use the weapons you used to using, or the old Seattle style is run the ball, play good defense. You gotta clean up the defense. But I'm getting on to the Los Angeles Rams, because I like the Los Angeles Rams. I know it's been a tough 2-3 years. They was in the Super Bowl, had a Super Bowl hangover, got rid of Todd Gurley, got rid of some big names, but they added Jalen Ramsey to the mix. They added Aaron Donald to the mix. And then we got to look at their secondary. Troy Hill and John Johnson III and Darius Williams are some ball hawkers. They some cornerbacks that's gonna get in these receivers' faces, and I like that. To be successful in the playoffs, and it shows every year, gotta have a run attack. You gotta be able to run the ball at some point in time. As you can see, Cam Akers had over 170 yards, all-purpose yards, and then with the defense, you got, like I said, Jalen Ramsey, Aaron Donald. That defense is stout. It can play up there with anybody. The defense itself can score. Sometimes that defense might outscore their own offense. Now, the one problem I have with the Rams is, the key problem right now is the quarterback. Jared Goff, broken thumb. He just had surgery 12 days ago. Got, 2-3 pins in his thumb. It's going to be hard to play to the next round. I don't know who exactly they playing. My mind is all thrown off at the moment. But as the playoffs go, he's going to have to be able to make some throws with that thumb. Or is there another quarterback? They said they had Blake Bortles, but he was inactive last game. John Wolford, I don't think he's going to be playing because he was in the hospital. So with that being said, the Rams is on the thin edge of the line. It's really going to be up to Jared Goff whether they can take them back to the Super Bowl. Like I said, it was in the Super Bowl, 2-3 years ago. So it's not like they far off. They really look like they have a better overall team with what they did when they went to the Super Bowl. Because the Super Bowl team was it was a lot of offense. Defense was all right. Now it's done switched up. It's a lot of defense, less offense. But if Jared Goff can control the tempo, not turn the ball over, make them throws to Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods, and them boys, the Rams can actually make some noise. And you could possibly see them in that NFC Championship. Now, I got one more topic for you, and this probably be the last little subject because I'm 8 minutes and 50 seconds in, and you can see me breathing a little bit. So, first time doing this in a minute. So, with that being said, we got Doug Peterson. Philadelphia Eagles, the fired Doug Peterson after 5 years and one Super Bowl appearance. I feel like this has come down to a plethora of things over the years, but I think the biggest take, in my opinion, was 3. When he had to choose from Carson Wentz to Nick Foles, chose Carson Wentz. They traded Nick Foles or however that happened. Then when you finally get Carson Wentz, you seem like you don't trust them. You ain't put the necessary weapons around to help the man out. There was no development, and he regressed. He went from an MVP candidate to like an average quarterback. And I know Carson Wentz is better than that, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna show y'all that now that Doug's is better, because everybody needs to change the scenery sometimes. Even Doug. Because even Doug said he just got tired of people in the city of brotherly love telling him how to do his job. Now I can relate. We can all understand. Sometimes people just don't like telling people what to do and how to do their own job when they have the control of the situation. So with that being said, it was just a lot going on. Then with the Jalen Hurts situation, then the last playoff game, the last game of the season, that fourth quarter, I think he probably did that on purpose to probably get himself out of Philadelphia. To put that quarterback in. I can't even remember his name. And that's how bad it was. But hopefully Doug can find another job somewhere else. Sometimes you just have to go back down to the coordinator before you get back up to the head coach. Don't never want to wish down bad on not anybody not having a job, but sometimes teams and the owners and the players and the coaches should just make mutual agreements and do what's best for both the players and the coaches and the fans and overall. But that's just my opinion. This your boy G Pop. We here with it. We done did another video and 11 minutes in and we out of here. So tune in, subscribe, follow on Instagram, G Pappy Sports, YouTube G Pappy Sports, Facebook G Pappy Sports, and we here with it and we out here. I'm gonna blow the candle.